Back on the tail of Gunnar. He's looking to make an overtake already. Down the inside he goes.
Is he gonna go? He's gonna do it!
Oh, with Hackett now up into P9. Down the inside he goes. Another aggressive move on the other Mercedes driver. Is he gonna make a mistake? Doesn't look like.
Closing. Problem is, if he goes.
Oh, that's nice for Broad Adam, moving up to P7.
As he's currently looking to gain about 3 or 4 points. Oh, and is Nellboy going to go for it down the inside of Waza? Seems like he is, and he makes up that position. Beautiful overtake by Nellboy.
12 races, multiple divisions, 20 drivers.
All that sound good? Then why not join us now ahead of the new season? The link to our Discord will be in the description, and we hope to see you on track with us.
Delta T Racing.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to DTR for Division 1 around Suzuka for race 7 of the season. We are just waiting for the cars to come out onto track. I will take this moment just to apologise for the lack of a stream last week. I had a bit of a mishap where it caused me to not be able to stream, and I didn't get cover, so I wish to apologise to the drivers and viewers. But yeah, sorry about that. But we are backing up and running, as we have got Joe Hayward going around on his outlap at this moment in time. While this is going on, we will bring up the current drivers' standings. As we can see here, even though Lynx has taken 2 race days off, just completely not wanting to race, he is miles ahead of the competition at this moment in time with 131 points, winning all but 1 race that he's taken part in, with Brandon behind him on 92 and Grelis in 3rd on 77, who had an unfortunate DNF in Singapore. It was a very contested corner, but I'm not sure if there was a steward's inquiry into that, but that is how the table looks at this moment in time. And just as Hayward is coming around the last corners, we will go on a ride with him for his initial flying lap. So, coming into Sector 1 here, this is a very, very twisty and turny, very difficult to get right. You lose a lot of time if you manage to have to lift through here, up through the Dunlop curb. Let's see what his sector is going to be. A 32.3, that is pretty respectable, especially for a banker. And he's gone through the 2 Degnas and now into the hairpin. Bit deep from Hayward there. We do have 2 drivers who are meant to be here. We do have both of them here who are taking their jokers this evening. That is Maggot, who you can see has retired from the session, and Mr. Miyagi has also taken his joker, so they will be starting from the back of the grid and will get double points if they manage to get into the points. It's going to be a bit easier for them, considering there aren't as many drivers on the grid. as we've got Hayward going through the Casio Triangle, round the final corner, DRS open for a 1:29.098 as his initial run. And I believe it is Tom Putty who is going to be coming around the course at the end here. I did get a ping from one of the drivers. Give me 2 seconds, guys. That was... this is going to be interesting. This will be fun. So I have been informed that there could potentially be rain at the end of the race. And I apologise to Lynx because I was checking that. I missed him pumping in a 1:27.2 as his banker lap. I believe that is Little Mikey who has just started his flying lap. As I believe that was... Who was that? Who was it? Brandon has just put in a 1:28.5, and it was Cassell who I had spotted. We have Benny coming around the final corners. Let's see where he can put his car. Oh, no, he has given up on that lap and has gone back into the pits. So we'll stick on with the Williams driver and see where he can put himself, as we have now got Evan back into the session. Oh. I've just noticed Mikey is on inters. I am not going to throw him to the wolves, but anyone who's watching the broadcast wants to send that to the DTR stewards, go ahead. So this will not be a representative lap unless he's deciding to come in at the end of this lap and change onto a set of proper tyres. Nope, he's completing the lap on these tyres. 34.1 on those tyres, as we've got Benny Buno coming around 130R here into the Casio Triangle on the proper tyres. Mikey, let's see where he can put himself, and someone has spun in Spoon. Who has spun around in the Spoon curve? It was NLD Rush, one of the reserves for tonight. And right behind him we have the one, the only Bogorovsky on a flying lap, setting himself a purple sector 2. So he might be in with a shout today, potentially. Let's see where he goes. He's up to 4th with a 28.9. So we do have NLD Rush going around now on a flyer. Mikey is making his way back to the pits. We also have... Is Benny still doing a lap? I don't know. Is he burnt? No, he's not doing a lap. Although that didn't invalidate him, so that's a little bit strange. He is burning the battery, so he might have done a double out. Let's see where he ends up. Oh, no, and he's invalidated in the Casio Triangle. That's unfortunate for Benny Buno. So we have got Tom Putty on an outlap. We also have Mr. Miyagi on an outlap. Cassell, Hayward, and Grelis all on outlaps at this moment in time. And Mikey's still going around on these inters. Maybe he's trying to bed them in for the late part of the race. I don't know. But this isn't what he should be doing. as M. Benny is coming up to the back of him. Oh, and little Mikey is in the wall at the back there. But we will stay on with M. Benny because he is currently the first person on track on a lap at this moment in time. Let's see where the Aston driver can put himself. I always struggle with this back straight round here, personally. I always lose so much time up that hill. Nice and tight through 130R into the Casio Triangle. A little deep in the first part of the Casio Triangle. Seems to have had a decent drive out. Where does this put him? Up into P4 with a 28.8. So, puts himself ahead of Barry Bogorovsky for the time being. Let us see. Who is the next driver around? Kavolis. Then we have... We might be having a little tow session going on up the back straight here. Let's see what the McLaren boys will do. They have coordinated their liveries. There we go. Brandon gets himself out of the way after giving his teammate a tow up the hill. Let's see if this helps Brandon push himself up on, or helps Haywood push himself up into the front row. Very nearly second row for Haywood there. Brandon is now on a lap as Grelis puts in a 27.7 behind. ERT Links has just started a lap. Let us have a look at what Cassell is doing. That looked to be a personal best in the second sector. Let's see what he can do across the line. Where does this put him? He goes up to 5th with a 28.7. Let's see who is now the next along. It will be Kavolis. We haven't seen much of Kavolis this evening, mainly because when I spotted him, he was on his outlap. Let's see how he takes the final few corners here. Oh, a bit too much on the inside there. He will be really annoyed with himself on that one. I would be too. Let us see. NLD Rush has just started a lap as Brandon and Haywood have helped each other out again, with Brandon now being on a 28 dead. We have Lynx coming across and goes a 10th faster than his previous. He really just likes to show off that he's fast at this game, doesn't he? Next driver is going to be Benny Buno. What can he do through the final sector here? Takes the Casio Triangle very well through there. Let's have a look. What's his time? Up to 5th with a 28.6. Not bad from the drivers so far. I mean, the only plonker is little Mikey, but we'll leave him to it. Who is currently on a lap? The only driver who is currently on a lap who hasn't set a time at this moment is NLD Rush, as he sets himself a personal best in the second sector, as it's probably the only time he's actually attacked the second sector. And he puts himself up into 9th with a 28.9. So we are now waiting for Barry Bogorovsky and Tom Putty to come around and start their laps. We will go on board with the league owner, as he does his flying lap here. This is going to be an interesting start to the race because the track narrows as you go into the corner. And it's going to be absolute carnage if people are not braking early enough. Very neat, very clean through sector 1 for Barry Bogorowski through here. Let's see how he takes the Degners. Cuts the Degner 1 slightly. Caresses the apex on Degner 2. And deep into the hairpin, that's unfortunate. That's going to lose him a lot of time. Let's see on the split before 130R. See if he has actually gained time or lost time on this run. He's still up 3/10. He lost a bit of time in the hairpin, but he has gained it back. But he sounds like he's out of deployment. He doesn't have any battery left, by the sound of it. And he only improves by a 10th due to that fact. That is unfortunate for Bob. As we have got a Tom Putty. Oh dear. Sorry, Tom. Oh dear, oh dear. That's unfortunate for the Haas driver there. I can't tell you how many times I've done that myself. And we actually have Bog's teammate finally doing himself an outlap. He is going to have a one-shot quali, as it were. As now everyone is out of the pits, except for D-Rush and Kavolis. So we've got Haywood, who is going to be the first to cross the line. If there is anyone in the chat, can you tell me if there is game audio? Oh, and Haywood invalidates on the exit of Spoon. That is not what he would have wanted. He is now going to potentially give his teammate... I would have given your teammate a toe down the start-finish straight, if I was being honest, but fair enough. Who is the next driver who is going to come across the line? It's going to be Tom Putty. Let's see where the Haas driver can put himself. Unfortunately, no improvement. I believe that is Cassell next to come across the line in the Alpine. Let's see where he can put himself. Ooh. Moves up to 5th, 1 place improvement with a 28.5. Now, who is next? That is Evan. Oh my word, going onto the grass and sideways through Casio Triangle. Will he beat Little Mikey at least? He even beats Tom Putty. So, not quite the back, but near enough. And Lynx has gone faster yet again. As Grellis is coming across the line now. Oh, a tenth off. Almost exactly a tenth. That's unfortunate for Grellis. Let's see what Brandon can do. Oh, I apologise. Brandon does not improve. Let's see where Cavolis can put himself if he goes any faster. Up into P4 with a 28.2. And Tom Putty does improve his time on his very last try. So we're just waiting for Hayward to put himself back into the pits. And our pole sitter championship leader, I think most laps led in the championship so far as well, is the RT Lynx. Hands up if you're surprised. No? No one? Okay, fair enough. So there we have it. That is your Division 1 grid lineup with Maggot and Mr. Miyagi both taking their jokers. So we will see what they can do in this race. But your front row is Lynx and Grellis. Then second row is Brandon and Cavolis, who splits the McLarens. You then have Hayward and Cassell, Benny Buno, M. Benny, Bogorovsky and NLD Rush. That is your top 10 for this evening. Now let's see if we are going... Oh, it doesn't look like it's going to rain right now. But, well, you never know. The Japanese climate can be all over the place. Oh, I apologise for the yawning. I'm very, very fucking tired. Now, the question is, what are the drivers going to do for strategy? Are they going to be boring? And are they going to try a medium hard? Are they thinking that it's going to be a two-stop race? Is it going to be a medium hard? Or even a medium hard? Or hell, a soft medium hard? Who knows? But while we wait, I will double check here. Let's see, when are they saying? Okay, that's not a problem. They haven't said anything in the chat, so we will get back to the game. Well, now is the time to grab your bevies, grab your snacks, and enjoy the race, I guess. The drivers are setting themselves up for the long haul. Hopefully they last longer than the start-finish straight, as every single time it catches me out. I race in so many leagues that don't have the formation laps. This is the only one I know that I race in that does a formation. So if there is anyone watching the race, oh my word, what is Grellis doing? I'm going to save that and absolutely humiliate him by playing that back to him, because that was absolutely awful. The game is telling us it's going to be a two-stop. But with some of these drivers and the fact that they are currently racing on wheel, they can stretch out a one-stop. Considering I was able to stretch out a one-stop in Bahrain in a race yesterday, it should be doable around here. But while the drivers are still coming around, we are going to have a look at that replay of Grelis spinning in the background behind Lynx there. Just too eager on the throttle. And ended up the wrong way round and going onto the gravel. He's not even going full bore at this moment in time. He's meant to just be warming up his tyres, and he's, well, probably put them through a heat cycle that they were not expecting to go through. Now we are just waiting for Miyagi to line up on the back of the grid. And D-Rush, Evan, Mikey all disqualified themselves by not parking in their boxes properly. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And away we go. Let's go on board and have a look back. There's Grelis, he's going on the attack already. And he's done it into turn 1. And there is a Williams wide, I believe that was, at the back. Yep. Little Mikey misjudged the first corner, avoided the cars though. Doesn't look like there was any damage as D-Rush is making moves at this moment in time. Which I'm actually a little bit surprised about, considering he is a Division 3 driver reserving today. But let's go back up to the front for the time being. We have Grelis, who has overtaken ERT Lynx. Oh, and has gone a bit wide, and Lynx has pounced. Grelis dives it back up the inside of the hairpin and stays in front. Let's have a look at position changes. These two are absolutely battling it out there. I know Grelis has enjoyed Japan in the past. I'm not sure how he feels about it on this game. But our biggest winner out of the first lap so far is NLD Rush by going up 2 positions. Well done to the Dutch driver there. He's done well for himself. All through Sector 1 as well, as Tom Putty has made a move on Barry Bogorovsky as well. While we are here, let's see what people are on. They are on the boring tyres. We've got the majority on the mediums, as you can see. I apologise. With only 4 drivers going on the alternate strategy of taking the hard tyres. We've got Kavolis, Cassell, Barry Bogorovsky and Maggot all on the alternate strategy. The real question is, will it work out for them? It all depends on whether there's going to be safety cars or not, as D-Rush has started to fall back. Bogorovsky has got past him. Tom Putty is now past him. Evan is now past him. Oh my word. It's all of Constantine as he hits the back of the Williams and gets damage from it. I don't know what happened to D-Rush there. He was having such a good start to the race as we see Miyagi going wide onto the grass. That's unfortunate for the Dutch driver, but he is likely going to have to come into the pits to get that wing repaired. Meanwhile, Grelis has kept hold of first place. I'm pretty sure Lynx is going to be somewhat miffed at the fact that he's in second place at this stage. There he goes under the DRS. He takes the lead from Grelis on lap 3. Now it just is a case of will Grelis be able to keep up the pace with Lynx and be able to pass him on the single DRS straight. As Brandon and Haywood are line astern, they're just having fun watching the battle ahead of them, trying to stay as close as they can without incurring too much tyre wear due to the dirty air. Benny Buno is in 5th with Kavolis in 6th. And Mr. Benny in 7th in his Aston Martin with a slight gap back to Cassell, and Grelis has lost DRS. Lynx has put his foot down and created a gap, and Grelis has now created a gap to Brandon as well. Things are starting to spread out along the entirety of the field. Where is the closest? It will be Haywood on the back. Oh no, it's little Mikey on the back of Tom Putty. Will he make the move down into turn 1, or will he get it done beforehand? He's got it on board. He is burning the battery. Oh, bit of a wobble from little Mikey there. Oh, and contact with Miyagi. That is unfortunate for the Williams driver. That's not what he wanted to do there. Oh, as Haywood is wide twice in the Degners. That has dropped him down to 7th. Oh dear, oh dear. It seems whoever I look at now, it causes them to have an issue. But this does mean that Kavolis, Benny and Benny Buno is the closest battle right now. The real question is who is going to make a move. Is Kavolis going to be able to catch up to the back of Benny Buno by the DRS zone? Because at this rate, he's not going to be close enough to go for the attack. He's going to have to use the DRS to defend if he has it. He does have DRS. Is he going to be able to defend from Benny? Oh, along side by both cars. That's always a hellish situation to be in. But very well done by both drivers, very professional from both of them. The slightest little bit of contact, no big hits, but very well done from both drivers there. Let's see, what is the closest battle right now apart from these guys? It's Tom Putty on the back of Miyagi, further back. Tom wants to get himself back up into the points. By the looks of things, he's trying his best to stay on the back of Miyagi. As we have Haywood closing in on the back of the Ferrari of Kavolis. Now we saw the McLarens giving each other a tow up this hill during quali. Is it because of their setup? Or is it just because they're such good teammates? We will find out if this tow from Kavolis has helped Haywood at any stage. Let's see what is going to happen here. Oh, we have a safety car. Who is that? It's Maggot was around at Spoon. That is unfortunate for all of the drivers. So we've got Miyagi, Tom Putty, D-Rush and Mikey all into the pits under the safety car. Maggot is without a front wing. What the hell happened? This is going to really upset Lynx at this stage of the race. Because he was almost 3 seconds ahead of Grelis. I know how that feels. I've had that done to me at Suzuka before as well. Let's see, did the drivers at the back... I'm not sure what they started on. Let's have a look. So, Miyagi, Tom Putty, Little Mikey all started on the mediums along with D-Rush. The only one who has done a double compound is D-Rush. The rest have gone onto the hards early. So, it'll be interesting to see if D-Rush can pull out a masterful play here and make the overtakes that he needs to make early, as Lynx is coming into the pits now as well. Is everyone going to be coming into the pits? Yes, they are. Everyone is taking advantage of it. Will Miyagi be able to get ahead of anyone in this situation? It's going to be close between him and Evan. As Miyagi does get past him. Evan slots in just in front of Tom Putty. Okay. So Miyagi actually made a position by pitting when he did, when the safety car came out. He was very fortunate to be in that position. We just have to wait for the last 3 or 4 drivers to catch up to the back of the train. So we will have at least 1 lap under the safety car. So hopefully it should be in by the end of next lap. I do want to see a POV of what happened to Maggot, because I didn't catch it at all. We were watching the battle ahead, and yeah, he was on the map at Spoon without a wing. So it'll be interesting to see what happened to him in the server. While we are under the safety car, we are always looking for drivers for both divisions, whether you want to be full-time or reserve. If you are watching on YouTube, you can go onto the link for the Discord there and join the server, and you will be welcomed by Bogorovsky, the owner, and he will put the enslavement collar on you and get you to race. But all jokes aside, he will give you the choice of joining to race if you wish to. We would love to see a few more drivers. It's always better when there's a full grid. We do have 3 divisions at the moment. We have Division 1, which is tonight, and we have Division 2 and 3, which are at the same time tomorrow night, 8 PM GMT. If you are watching this and you don't want to drive, but you feel like being a commentator, we do still need commentators and streamers for the other divisions. So please do join up if you feel like doing a bit of commentating for a league that is always filled with action always a little bit crazy and a lot of arguments going on. It's cool. So, hopefully, the safety car will be in at the end of this lap. Let's see what everyone is currently on tyre-wise. Yep, as expected, everyone is on the hard tyres except for Kavolis, Bogorovsky, D-Rush and Maggot. The only one who started on the mediums and has gone to the mediums is D-Rush. So he's definitely going for the 2-star. And the safety car is not coming in this lap, apparently. Okay, it's minimum 2 laps on the side. But there is your culprit for the safety car. If anyone wants to point fingers, now is the time. Then you can promptly have them pointed back at you by a member of the admin team in the Discord. Now, it will be interesting to see where Lynx decides to go on the safety car restart. Only because I know where I like to put the hammer down if I'm leading under the safety car restart. So when we get around to that point, I will jump on board with him and we'll see if he runs away. Creates a gap to Grelis. See if Grelis is awake or not. Safety car is in at the end of the lap. Everyone is trying to warm up their hard tyres. They are notoriously difficult to warm up, especially under the safety car. When is Lynx going to go? Because I would bolt him down. There we go. He's gone. And he's created a 5/10 gap back to Grelis, trying to break the slipstream there. Oh, sorry for the stutters there. I don't know what caused that. But it seems Lynx has started his charge to get away from Grelis again. Let us have a look back. There is already a gap back to Benny Buna behind Kavolis. I think Benny might have been a little asleep. Same with D-Rush. Although he is on the medium tyres, so he should be able to catch up to the back of Little Mikey on the hards. I say should, but it depends on his driving and his setup. Now let's go back. 1.5 seconds already ahead. Jeez Louise. Oh, Grelis goes wide. That is likely to be a track limits warning. Grelis has pulled out a second gap on Brandon as well. So the two race leaders have run away at this point. Although I think Brandon just burnt a little bit of battery to get back into the 1 second at this point. Let's see. And Mikey is the first driver to get a 3-second time penalty this season. Mikey is, during qualifying, was channeling his inner Wazza, I believe. So we've got Kavolis closing in on the back of M. Benny. At this moment in time, we've also got Bogorovsky catching the back of Jay Hayward. Let's get rid of the tyre graphics so we can see a little bit more of the cars. So yeah, we've got a little train forming behind Cassell here of Hayward, Bog and Miyagi. Miyagi is currently on to get himself 2 points with his Joker, while Maggot unfortunately is outside of the points, so this will be a wasted Joker if it stays as it is. Although we are still not halfway through this race yet. Kavolis has been passed by Benny. Oh my word, that seemed a little bit iffy right there. As little Mikey gets himself past Tom Putty into turn 1. Oh my word, there is Maggot, and Maggot is out. Oh dear. And it's another safety car. Maggot tried to follow little Mikey through and got caught up with Tom Putty by the looks of things. Let's just double check that. Yep, he got caught up with Tom Putty as he was going around that corner and ends up out of the race. I'm not sure if that is going to be going to the stewards, but I know if I was Maggot, I would be a little bit miffed by that. And what I would say, D-Rush, if you are listening, pit under this safety car, put on the set of hards, go to the end from here. Will D-Rush be listening to the stream? Let's see. No, he is not. Or if he is listening to the stream, he's not listening to me. That's a chance wasted there for D-Rush. He could have gone onto the hards from here. Banged out 13 laps on the hards, where other cars have got more laps on the hards, and their tyres will wear out. And other cars need to pit as well. He would have made up decent positions. That is an opportunity missed. Oh, it's going to be interesting to see what happens in Division 2 and Division 3 tomorrow night. I will be racing in Division 2. If there is going to be a stream, it will be done by Robo. He should be racing, but the streamer, I believe, has said that he's not able to do it anymore, unfortunately. So if you are a commentator or feel like trying your hand at commentating and streaming, let us know in the Discord. We will get you in, get you sorted out with all of what you need for streaming to the YouTube channel. And we will go from there. It is preferred if you are on PC, as you can have all of the fancy gubbins that we have currently on stream. But I feel it does not really matter as long as there is coverage. So you could be on PlayStation, you could be on Xbox, as long as you can stream to YouTube and talk to people, it does not matter. As little Mikey and Tom Putty have come in. Oh. Oh. Is that the hint of green I see? It is. There are inters on the Williams and the Haas at the back of the grid here. So this is what Mikey was practicing for, because that ended well in quali. Is there rain yet? No, it's still dry. It might. I think it's still too early for the inters, Mikey. And Tom, you've both done it. At this rate, they are going to, granted, warm up their tyres, but they are going to, more importantly, overheat them in the dry conditions. We can only see what is going to happen from here. Of course, the rain will throw a spanner in the works, and it makes sense why people went onto the hards as early as they did. Because if they believe there is going to be rain at the end of the race, they want to get the hard stint done and out of the way. Oh, safety car, late call. Late call on the safety car. Vince has to wait for it to get into the pits before he goes there. And that's an even better restart than he got last time. As he was trying to warm up his tyres on the straights. As Hayward has passed Cassell and Miyagi has passed Bogorovsky. Let's see, so we've got Benny right on the back of Brandon. Let's see what he can do until the rain comes, if it comes. We're going to see Little Mikey and Tom Putty. Oh, Cavolis, that's not what you needed. That's unfortunate. But we are going to see the Williams and the Haas at the back of the grid dropping away because they do not have the same level of grip as the cars on the slicks at this moment in time. But it could pay dividends to them for when it does start to rain. But I still think they are out there way too early on a set of intermediate tyres. There doesn't seem to be any rainfall whatsoever at this moment in time. Oh, actually, saying that, I believe I'm starting to see the drips. I am. It's not accumulating on the cars yet, but I do see the minor drips of rain. As we see D-Rush into the pits, and is he also going on to the intermediate tyres? We shall find out in just a few moments. He is. He's put the inters on. Now the real test will be seeing if Mikey will catch the back of Evan. He is currently still dropping back. So once that time delta between himself and Evan starts to close back up, that is when it is time to go onto the intermediate tyres. And all through this, Benny has stuck to the back of Brandon. He's hunting for that podium. He's done it before. He's done it in Division 2. So he can definitely do it in Division 1. DRS open, and Brandon has no DRS. And Evan has retired. He's... Did he hit the wall? What happened there? My oh my. Okay, so that is safety car number 3 for this evening. As Tom Putty has done the smart thing and changed back onto a fresh set of inters. Because he knows that his 3-lap-old inters are burning. As we know, Mikey's are going to be as well at this moment in time. Is the rain landing on the cars? I can see it in the sky, it's on the camera, but it's not accumulating enough to see the drips on the cars yet. So it is still technically slicks conditions. But I guess the real question is, what are the front runners going to do now? Are they going to pit onto the inters and risk it under the safety car? Or are they going to stay out and risk having to pit after the safety car onto the inters? Let's see what they all decide to do. And Lynx is coming in. Everyone is coming in. And this means Mikey could be in front for the first time this evening. Little Mikey takes the lead of the race. To be fair, I probably would have pitted 2 laps later, so your tyres would be a little bit fresher. But understandable, Mikey. Let's just hope this works out for you. As there are 10 laps to go, including this one at this moment in time. It just depends on how hot he had got his tyres. Is he able to cool off his tyres enough to get himself to the end of the race without losing too many positions? Will Mikey have shown us an absolute masterclass? He is praying for a heavy downpour at this moment in time so that he can get the puddles to cool his tyres. Now we will see the quality of the drivers under wet, I would say, but greasy conditions, potentially getting wetter and wetter. Let's see how they do, because I don't believe I have seen a wet race. Apparently Division 1's last race, the one which I unfortunately missed, was wet and in Australia. So that's always fun. And apparently there was all these red flag shenanigans as well that was going on. So who knows what actually happened. Maybe it was a mass hallucination for the drivers in Division 1 that day. But, so as it stands at this moment in time, Little Mikey is P1 with Lynx and Grelis behind. We have two drivers who are out. One is Maggot, who was in an incident with Tom Putty. And that's unfortunate for Maggot because that has wasted his Joker for the season. So he is going to have to try and fight back up the grid, or the championship table even, without the opportunity of double points. And unfortunately for Evan, not quite sure what happened with him. It was in the Casio triangle, and we're not sure if he just lost connection and it DNF'd his car, or whether he crashed into the pit wall. But I guess we will find out later on. It should be, hopefully, safety car in at the end of this lap. Is it going to be another late call? Yep, there we go. Good evening, Pony. You could have been here earlier, you know that. Swifter isn't that important. So we have got a Williams Little Mikey restart on his worn out, buggered old intermediate tyres. When is he going to go? He's taking it right to the line. Near enough. He gets a decent enough getaway, but Grelis is making a move around the outside. Oh, and he goes wide. That was a silly move from Grelis there. That is unfortunate for the Mercedes driver. He has dropped back to fourth. As we've got Cavolis and Benny very close to the back of both of the Mercedes drivers. As Cavolis gets down the inside of the Degners, underneath Benny Buno's nose. That is a ballsy move from the Ferrari driver. He has had enough of the shenanigans today. He is going balls out. As we've got Grelis going around the outside of Brandon before Spoon Corner. Grelis puts himself back up into third position as we have Lynx right on the back of Mikey. Mikey is struggling on those tyres. He did 4 laps on those tyres before the safety car came out, before the rain even properly started. So he has put a heat cycle through those tyres that he did not want to put through. And now Lynx is going to run away from the rest of the grid, as he does every race. Grelis has dropped back from the front two by a second and a half, but this is due to him battling with Benny, Brandon and Cavolis after his overtake mistake at turn 1 on the restart. And Lynx has already made a 1.5 second gap to Lil Mikey. Welcome in, Dopey Man. I'm guessing by Joe you mean Hayward. He wants dry tyres. Yeah, it looks like it. He's not having fun on the intermediates at this moment in time. Maybe I should coach him how I coached Barry Bogorowski on how to race in the greasy conditions. Who knows? Let us see. Where is the closest battle right now? It's Miyagi on the back of Hayward. Hayward has dropped back significantly from the start of this race. He was doing well up in 5th and 6th position with his teammate. He did have an incident earlier on which lost him quite a few positions. They were in 3rd and 4th at the time, and he ended up dropping back to 7th after the incident. Will Miyagi be able to get past Hayward on the straight? It seems that was quite comfortable for Miyagi. He's a very skilled driver. Started with his Joker this evening. Hasn't made the progress that maybe he would have wanted. But he has got the skill to do it, and Hayward is just struggling as it is at this moment in time. As Lynx has jumped Mikey by 5 seconds in 2 laps. This is how insane this driver is. As we've got Grelis going around the outside of the hairpin on Mikey. Will he make it stick? Can he get the traction down? That was a beautiful move by Grelis. Let us capture that for the replay in just a couple of minutes. As we have got his teammate Benny Bruno closing up to the back of Cavolis. So let's watch that move again by Grelis. Swoops it around the outside of the hairpin here at Suzuka and makes it stick. It was a lovely move to see, as Benny is now trying to get back at Grelis. Maybe it was just the concertina effect, who knows, as Benny Bruno is closing in on the back of the Ferrari of Cavolis. He decides to have a look and back out of the move, as he has a Cassell closing in on the tail. This is the most difficult part of the track, I feel, in these conditions. It's difficult enough in the dry, let alone in the wet, as Hayward has gone on to dry tyres. To be fair to him, it looks like it might possibly be drying up, because the rain is not dripping off of the car's surface like it usually does. Or not. He's struggling out there still. It makes me want to quote Gandalf from Lord of the Rings. Fool of a Joe. That's the wrong choice, Hayward, unfortunately for you, as Bogorowski gets back past Miyagi. Oh my word, Brandon and Mikey are swerving all over the place, trying to break the toe, trying to keep the toe. And Hayward has got himself a 3-second time penalty for his medium shenanigans. He has made the wrong choice here. As Benny is now starting to close up onto the back of Grelis. And saying that, Lynx has just disappeared down the road, 8.5 seconds. It's absolutely nothing as Bog and Miyagi are fighting through sectors 1 and 2. Absolutely going to war at this moment in time. Benny Buno is making a move. Oh. And Brandon comes back at him. Who is going to come out the victor in this battle? They have a relatively slow moving little Mikey ahead of them. And Benny Buno makes the move stick in the end, and we had a move of Tom Putty on D-Rush. But that's one hell of a gap to have back to him. I think there was a little bit of a mistake from D-Rush to cause that. We now have Benny Buno closing up onto the back of Mikey, as we have M. Benny closing up onto the back of Grelis. And we've got Miyagi going down the inside of Kavolis. Bogorovsky was trying to follow him through, but it didn't quite work out as Kavolis slots back in between the two sister teams. Everyone is starting to spread back out. We do have Benny still holding on to the coattails of Grelis at this moment in time, trying to get a move done, trying to stay with him, just trying to do anything he can to get the maximum amount of points out of this race. As you can see on the timing board there, Jay Hayward didn't want the dry tyres. He wanted the inters. He knows that he wanted the inters now. He knows he was a mistake to leave the inters. She was good to him, and he made her cry. He's lucky that she took him back, as Mikey is causing all kinds of bottlenecks as they come together, Benny Buno and Mikey. A bit of wheel banging through the Casio triangle. Oh, and that is a puckering moment right there. Oh, I'm glad that they got through that in the end, but that was a little bit too close for comfort. Let's see what happened there again as he came back onto the track. It's not recorded where I wanted it to, but that's fine. So Benny has now dropped back from Grelis just a couple of tenths, and now he's back within 4 tenths. It's a yo-yo at this moment in time. Oh, is Benny going to go for the move? Is he going to try up through 130R or... throws it in to overtake on the start to finish straight. Jeez. To come across onto the final lap. This is out, I feel, either into the hairpin or into 130R is where Benny is They're the only places he can really make a move unless Grelis makes a big mistake. Let us check on Grelis' battery situation. As Tom Putty picks up a 3-second time penalty. That's unfortunate for him, but he is not currently in the points anyway. So we know everyone is on the intermediates. We will go on with Lynx as he comes into the final complex of corners through the Casio triangle. He made it look nice and simple after that safety car, and he comes in to win. Almost every single race he has been in, he has won. He's taken 2 days off and is still ahead. Benny could not get past Grelis in the end, unfortunate for the Aston Martin driver. We now have Benny Buno coming round the final corner, followed closely by Brandon, Kavolis. Miyagi jumps Kavolis because of penalties. Then we've got Mikey, Cassell and Bogorovsky. Cassell and Bog both jump little Mikey due to his penalties. We now have Tom Putty and and Tom Putty has thrown away his position because he DNF'd before the finish line. That was clever. And we have Hayward left to come across the line. He made a gamble, and the gamble did not pay off for him, unfortunately. But it is ERT Lynx who is your race winner this evening in Division 1. Who would have thunk it? But well done to all the drivers who finished. It seemed to be a little bit tricky out there towards the end, especially with the safety cars. Unfortunate for Evan and Maggot, the way that they were put out of the race. But yeah, that's the way it goes. So there you have it. Fastest lap and race winner was ERT Lynx. Driver of the day, M. Benny. Most overtakes, Little Mikey, and cleanest driver, ERT Lynx. Well done to everyone who finished the race. Unfortunate for those who did not. But as we all know, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for us to end the stream. So, I want to thank everyone for dropping into the stream. Thank you everyone for watching. Well done to the drivers. Well done to myself for being awake for this week's race. We will be back again tomorrow for Division 2 and Division 3. As you can see on your screen, 8 PM GMT on Thursdays. And we also have next week to look forward to in Division 1 on Wednesday, 8 PM GMT. I've been D Summers 90. This has been DTR. Thank you all so much for watching. Good night.